It's Revenge of the Savage Planet. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a sequel to Journey to the Savage Planet. Now we're getting Revenge. So yeah, it's kind of neat that we actually got a sequel here. If you didn't know, the team was bought up by Google Stadia. Or well, Google. For Google Stadia. They were working on a sequel. Google gave up. Closed down all their stuff. I thought the studio was dead. I thought the sequel was dead. And these guys kind of spun off, made a spiritual successor company, and bam. Here they are working on Revenge of the Savage Planet. Pretty sweet. In a future knocked off its axis by corporate greed and stupidity, you have been made redundant and abandoned on the far edge of space with little gear and no safety net. You must explore every nook and cranny, collect dozens of upgrades, and turn over every rock in the galaxy in order to, you know, figure out what's going on, which is interesting. And a bit of a big change on this one, so I had no idea, and I still don't know why they would change the game so much. Because, like, the first game is a game that's based around, well, you know, first-person perspective. And, yeah, they've turned it into, like, a third-person game, which is, you know, a choice. Like, it's kind of funny, because your character's got, like, a bit of a wacky style to it. But, like, if you play the first game, and then you come and play this game, it's, like, a completely different visual perspective, and you're just kind of like, well, that's weird. It's just a bit of, I don't know, shell shock, a little bit of whiplash, because I'm just like, I'm so used to this being a first-person game where you were like platforming and adventuring, and it's just like, I know it's not the biggest deal in the world, I guess, but to me it's just really weird because I had no idea this was happening. I literally saw like a trailer, I was like, oh cool, they're doing a sequel. And then you know, I go to play it, I'm like, third person. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's basically the same kind of game, if you get what I mean. Like, it's the same sort of experience. You're going around scanning, adventuring, figuring things out. Just this time around, you're part of a colonist effort. I guess your quirky little assistant's back. It's got the same kind of humor and style, the same kind of adventure, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. Find the habitat. Very well, we shall go forth. So, anyways, you're gonna go across multiple planets, a bunch of challenges, explore alien worlds, you gotta scan things, you're gonna kick things, you're gonna have some laughs, you're gonna have some fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. You can also play it alone, or with others, and this game has like a nasty level of vibration to it. One sec here. Is there a way to turn that off? Bam. Okay, there we go. Just so you don't have to hear the buzzing of the loud Xbox controller, am I right? Why is the controls inverted now? I did not turn on inverting. What? What? Off. There we go, okay. I didn't even, like, click to invert stuff. Anyways. Bam. Alright, so what are we doing? Oh, there's an achievement feature wall. You know, you gotta kill one of these things. So aliens, alien plants, weird creatures. Each planet is packed to the brim with... Oh, we don't have the double jump? Looks like we need the double jump. Run, jump, slide, grind, stomp, dodge, slide, whip, grapple your way through the environments as you destroy things. Platform, explore, adventure, and enjoy the magic that is this silly, wacky game. And you do it alone, or in two-player co-op online, which is kind of cool that exists. Wow, that actually did like a lot of damage to me, those little claw things. I didn't think that would hurt me that much, but it definitely did. So, if you're wondering about the performance on this one, it's a good old temporally scaled solution sort of thing going on here, like it always is when we get this engine, you know, because they all kind of look the same. like, it still retains the aesthetic and the style, I would say, of, like, the original game. It's just weird because it's third person, and it's like, first person just kind of made more sense in the first game, because you were like, I don't know how to describe it. It just, it felt like a neat first person kind of adventure, and now you're just in third, and there's no way to change it. I don't like that. I actually am genuinely bothered by it. Because I really liked the first game. I had a lot of fun playing it. And this is weird. This is genuinely weird. Oh yeah, anyways, going back to what I was talking about. So it's a 4K resolution, but it's temporally scaled. It looks pretty good, I would say, here on the Series X. Like, you know, it looks relatively sharp. But I'm assuming the internal thing on this looks like it's probably like 1080 or so. Like, internally. But I mean, its output is 4K, and, you know, it's got the temporal kind of like sort of fuzz sort of thing at times, if that makes sense. When you play these types of games, or you play enough of these types of games, you'll know what I'm talking about, where you're kind of like, ah, okay. But the biggest bummer is it's 30 FPS, which is quite noticeable. So, yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. If you're somebody that likes smooth frame rates, this is not able to do that. Which is a bit bizarre, because, like, I don't know, I guess the original launch at 30 FPS. That was a previous gen. And then they did a next gen aware, or they did like a next gen version, or current gen version of the first game. And that one was 60 FPS, so like, it's just like, it's a weird choice. Yeah, it's definitely like a weird choice to do that. But, you know, there's also their own. So if you can get by that, these games are actually pretty quirky and fun. They've got a lot of really dumb, awesome little, like, commercial bit things, which are hilarious. So they got, like, these real, kind of, like, live action shot, like, footage stuff integrated into the game, which are, like, funny ads and stupid things like that, and they're really quite enjoyable. And this game's got some neat, like, character personalization stuff, which makes sense because it's, you know, third person. But yeah, it's just kind of like a neat vibe. It's got neat stuff. If you like this game, or you like the idea of this game, I do recommend playing Journey to the Savage Planet, which, as I said, is like, you know, the first game is like the precursor to this. Your life as a astronaut or whatever just seems to get worse and worse and worse, which, you know, honestly makes sense. But yeah, it's a neat change-up because, like, the first game, you're basically just doing, like, you know, space exploration. And then in this one, it's like you're supposed to be colonizing, and it's just like the worst scenarios you could ever imagine for your poor character. And yeah, that's just kind of the situation you get stuck with. But there's all kinds of like little funny things, and there's like bosses to fight, and like parkour and platforming challenges and things, and it's got like a really neat vibe to it. Mostly is what I'm saying. It's genuinely got like a neat style of gameplay. And it's a lot of fun. It really is. Like, the series is really, really cool if you can look past the things. But it's just like, it's weird. I don't know why they did third person, honestly. And I'm not one of those people where it's like, oh, you know, perspective really matters in a video game. But it's jarring to go from like one game of your series is first person, and then the second game is third person, because it's like, it's not what I expect. Like, when I first jumped into this, I was like, well, why is it like this? And they don't even give you like an option to switch, because I'm assuming it's not designed around that. But like, it's just like, why would you do one game one way and then do the next game this way? Unless there was like a very specific like reasoning that allowed the gameplay to change in a dynamic way. But I don't really think so. And it's like, it's not like it makes anything easier or harder. I guess maybe for platforming you can like kind of tell where you're going a bit more, but like, I don't know, it's the first game, I really loved the immersion of it. Because, like, I felt as though I was exploring somewhere, you know? I was this dude, this person, or whatever, in a spacesuit, going around, you know, on this silly, kind of dumb, quirky adventure where I'm just kind of like, oh, my life sucks. Haha, things can't keep getting worse. And then this game, it's more like I'm watching a silly person in like a spacesuit go around and do dumb stuff, and it's just, yeah, I really lose the vibe on it, and it's so disappointing to me. But like it's still like something to recommend because I like the series and I think it's fun and I'd love to see this kind of continue. But yeah, it's just bizarre. It's just genuinely a bizarre choice. Like I just don't know what it like adds. Like here too, like it was really funny because like, so you upgrade your points and stuff by like throwing your face into these, you know, these like weird, disgusting little pods. But it was entertaining in like the first game because it was like a first-person perspective where you're just like slapping your face into this like liquidy pod. And I'm just kind of sitting here just like absolutely perplexed. That first video I did on this, I was sitting there being like, why did they do this? Or it's like, wow, I wasn't expecting this. In this video, I'm just sitting here being like, this really bothers me. Anyways, let's get going. We've got a pod to get to. We've got some creatures to feed. Creature being, we're taking this creature and we're going to feed it to a larger creature. Sorry, you're not getting away, buddy. This game's got a lot of humor like that. Where it's like, it's hard to be some of the creatures in this. Mostly because we're problematic for them. Like, look at this adorable thing. We're just like feeding it into the mouth of this giant tree thing. Like, obviously it's gonna help us get to where we need to go, but it's kind of like all these poor adorable creatures just living their lives. And it's not like Tree Thing's gonna get them, because Tree Thing's just sitting there. So juicy, so cute. Yeah, it's just this creature living its best life, and I'm just like, food! And the first game's also got like a really cool DLC, I want to throw that out there too. Where you go to like a beach resort thing. Kind of fun. It's just like, it's such a weird, neat series, because like I personally feel like we don't get enough space exploration games. I'm really into space exploration stuff. And this one is just kind of like a quirky way to approach it, where you're just kind of like, everything's going bad for me. And you're just, you know, kind of along for the ride. Yeah, it's genuinely, it's a choice. But like, I think it's probably because the engine's too demanding or something. That would make sense as to why there's like such a cap, you know, for performance and stuff like. But the performance just wasn't stable or something like that. Because the art direction is beautiful. Like, this game looks absolutely lovely. You know, like, it feels reminiscent of the first game. For sure, which is good. And then, you know, kind of, I guess, to a degree evolves it, but... yeah, it's definitely a choice. Anyways, we got some interactive talking going on here. You know what I'll be talking about, or have been talking about in a sec here when we hear some talking, because we're gonna get a rundown on the live action stuff here. And Revenge of the Savage Planet. Population 1. Oh. It's a very humorous game. I can't wait for us to get some revenge. Revenge on our former employer. Can we get back to Earth? Yeah, you gotta kind of watch this.
Welcome, valued Alta Interglobal employee. How happy we were to acquire your previous company, Kindred Aerospace. And we want to let you know how much we appreciate your commitment to the Alta Interglobal way.
Wait, we can skip this?
However, we've been...
Well,
You're not allowed to skip the opening.
Disappointing and a little distressing. I guess we're on our own now?
Also, I really like our fun little voice assistant.
If you would kindly authenticate first things first.
Really quirky.
Now, simply select your corporate profile picture.
I will be the raccoon.
I can sound like this.
That's how you're supposed to sound.
What's in order? We are good to go. Fabulous. We are up and running. I will now
It's that Dave the Diver thing. Oh, I don't have any other outfits? I guess because I didn't get a code on Xbox. That's a bit of a sucks to suck scenario. Anyways, I'm gonna put on this sick outfit. And I guess we'll stay with this helmet. That's terrifying. Alright, there we go. Oh, there's a whole living quarters. I didn't see this last time when I was doing this. Customization.
You can redecorate this part of your habitat whenever you want. However, you can only
I don't have any money for anything.
There should be coupons somewhere around here.
Why does everything cost? Why is burgers and fries as a tray expensive?
Go get 'em.
I think there's like a survey you can do in order to get some money. Well, it's pretty cool that you can customize the gameplay environment like this. That's really neat. House building stuff. And the extra room too, which is this supposed to be a bathroom? Because it's quite large for a bathroom. Anyways, off to the big world of exploration.
The antenna should be located right next to the habitat module. Let's see what's wrong with it. Well, it's filthy. Something appears to have been living inside the supply crate and unpacking
Great.
it appears to have juiced it.
Nobody likes when that happens.
Looks like we will need to 3D print ourselves a power hose. Excitingly practical. Your mother would be proud. But before you can do that, you'll need to find a new printer cartridge filled with that raw substance it uses for printing. I found one not too far away, and I am marking it in your compass.
And there's so many things to scan. I did a lot of that in the first game. I had like most of the stuff scanned, but there was always like just stuff I could never get. And what's really neat is this game has like swimming going on in it, which is kind of neat. Like it's quite extensive compared to
Some diving?
what the first game had.
I'm sure I can locate
No, you're supposed to dive further
it
down.
when I find it.
No, I want you to dive. No, you're. This temporally fuzzy water. At least it's better than the FSR water of the past. Well, if you go around like slapping things too. But that thing looks like it wants to eat me.
There are so many of them, but they seem pretty weak. More irritating than challenging.
Wait, their body fluids are acidic? Why? Some alien type stuff going on here. Somebody call up Ripley.
Phew, that was close.
Why is everything trying to kill me? Wow, okay. I see how it is. Just feeling a tad bit of hostility.
We're back. You are essentially immortal, you know. Well, your body is. Your mind, however, maybe not. So I was able to reprint you, but I can't reprint your loot. You'll need to go get that yourself.
How convenient. Alright, let's go grab my stuff, I guess. It really seemed like everything was out to get me there. It's hard being a, you know, astronaut kind of guy in this kind of a society. But no, the game's got a neat vibe to it. Neat style, neat aesthetic. It runs smooth on this for what it is, you know, as far as frame rate and stuff, and yeah, you'll probably have some fun with it. At least, I think you will. I don't know. I think this is kind of a cool series.
Trees